What's going on, everybody? Sorry about the sun and everything. We're out here. I didn't do that. That's been here for years, as long as I can remember. So as y'all know, if you haven't already, had a little incident. My first trip out this year. I think it was January 4th. I made my trip out to the river. I made the whole trip. I didn't catch nothing. Was really just scouting some spots that I seen over the summertime. New water that I saw, was looking for deep spots, but didn't really have any luck because where I went to wasn't as deep as I thought it was, and it was just dead. It was dead. There was no life, no bait fish, no crayfish, no nothing. So yeah, anyway, made the whole trip and then got back to the boat ramp. And wouldn't you know it, there was a hole in my kayak. Took on a little bit of water, thank goodness. It didn't take on more than what it should have. Because it was definitely a situation that could have turned disastrous very quickly, and I'm very thankful and very lucky to have not been in that water, because it was definitely a substantial hole and a substantial leak. So we're gonna start this one out a little bit different this year. It is the 16th of January 2026. I haven't been out on the water since the last time because of the kayak. So I've been basically just coming around and scouting out spots. We definitely got some ice around. It's definitely had a cold stretch the past couple days. It was definitely warming up for a little bit. I know a couple guys have seen a couple of the, what are they, rock flies? I don't know what they were, but anyway, they hatched and they were having some decent luck. Like I said, I'm a kayak guy. I don't really wade fish, especially when it comes to wintertime, because that's definitely dangerous and I'm not about that life. So this time we're going to talk about things to look for in the wintertime. Key main points: you're looking for deep water, you're looking for still water, and you're looking for access points. So let's get to it, y'all. All right, so that's what I mean by still water. That's what you're looking for. Not necessarily a good spot, but a good spot to show you what I mean by still water. Just because of the simple fact that it's not very deep where I just showed you. I think the deepest spots there is like 4 foot or something like that. And then these temperatures, the water temperature definitely dropped in the last 3 or 4 days, probably about 10 to 12 degrees. Just because, like I said, it was a cold front. It was in the high 50s for a couple of days, which kind of sparked a bit of a feeding frenzy, if you will, for a little bit. But since then, the temperatures definitely dropped down. So we're gonna go to this next spot. Well, guess it's a good thing I ain't got a boat, huh? Or a kayak. All right, so that spot looked like a good spot, right? Had the rock wall, it was nice and deep. But in the beginning of that video, you saw the set of rapids. And then at the end of the video, you saw how short of a stretch it was to the next set of rapids. That's what I'm not looking for. I'm not looking for stacked rapids. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for deep water with long stretches. So we're gonna go on to the next one. Oh, come on now. You know we could come out here and not have a little bit of fun. I mean, come on. You see all that? Yeah, buddy. Let's get to it, because I'm going to be here a couple minutes, because this is fun. And that's a prime example of what you're looking for. I know I said in the last one there was 2 things wrong with the other spot. Well, the same thing's wrong with this spot. And most people don't understand it. It's perfect. It's got deep water, it's got still water, it's got the rock ledges, it's got access to shallow points. But one thing it doesn't have is a consistent sunlight. In the wintertime, consistent sunlight is a must. That's the only reason why the last 2 I just showed you, besides the rapids in between, like, yeah, you're definitely gonna catch some fish in there, because I guarantee I know there's some held up in there because I've caught them here before, but they're just not as stacked as they would be if there was more sunlight here. So that's also something to keep in mind when you're out here in the wintertime. Sunlight on the water. All right, boys and girls, and that one was my #1 all-time honey hole for the wintertime on this stretch of river. The only reason I couldn't get a good shot of that one, just to show you how beautiful it really is because the guy owns a slight portion of that river bank. So he's a real stickler about people coming onto his property, which is understandable because the people that do come down there throw a lot of trash and everything out, which I totally understand and respect. So I literally have like a 5-foot little window I can get my kayak in, but I didn't want to cause any issues or anything because I'm out there all the time. So that's all I need is to cause some problems and prevent me from fishing. So sometimes it's better just to keep your mouth shut and respect the people instead of voicing your opinion about the river and who owns it. But yeah, I definitely respect him. But that's my honey hole for a lot of reasons. The main reasons being a lot of sunlight. That spot gets so much sunlight during the winter time, it's unreal. Like I said, the ice in the last 2 spots, that wasn't there a couple days ago. And that's why I brought you to that spot, because I know when we had this temperature drop, there's going to be some ice coverage that wasn't necessarily there a couple days ago because of that little heat wave that we had. But that's the reason why I like this spot. It's probably about the deepest spot, maybe about 15, 16 foot. It's one of the deeper spots of that little river. But hopefully some of this information can help some of you guys. Like I said, look for structure, look for deep spots, still water, and sunlight. Sunlight is one that people don't talk about a lot in the wintertime, but sunlight is definitely something that you need. So hopefully you guys can take this to your home water, home river, home lake. Keep getting lit and getting bit, baby. We'll see you next time.